Good morning, I'm Steph with TerryTown RV. I'm going to do your orientation video on your new pop-up, the Jayco. This is still in the warehouse. It has not been prepped or cleaned, so things that you'll see inside the camper or things like that that's not hooked up or on, they will do that before you take delivery. I just want to make sure that you got the video prior so you know the things that are in and functionable, okay? All right, the back of the unit, you have your spare tire. Hopefully you don't have to use that, right? On each four corners, you have scissor jacks per se. Okay, crank them down to stabilize it after you level it front to rear, inside to side. All right. Power cord, it is 30 amp. It's about that long. Okay. I would say that's probably a good 20 feet or more, which is kind of nice. You put it in the shove it back in the hole and stow and go it. It's super easy, and of course it's attached. You do have cable satellite hookup right there underneath that. Pretty much plug into that, it feeds it inside. Tires, make sure you maintain the air pressure. Torque the tires to 115 foot-pounds. First couple of trips, new axles, new rims. And of course, if you don't know the pressure, look right here, it says 80 psi. It does have grease buddies on them. You can grease them if you choose to. They do recommend repacking the bearings every 6,000 miles or 2 years for wear and tear and rust. All right, these two guys, this is your freshwater tank fill. If you're going to use the pump on board, you fill water in the tank first, use the pump. If you're going to use city connection, basically hook a garden hose to this guy. You don't need the pump, you just have water all the time on demand. All right, up underneath you have your low point drain. That is your for your freshwater tank. That's how you're going to drain it, right off that valve right there. When you're not using it, as you see, it's open. Leave it open so it can breathe. That way you don't get mold and mildew inside the tank. All right, back of the refrigerator. The other one is just like this. You turn these little guys right here, pop the grate off, and you can start the refrigerator. And this model has three types of refrigerator functions. One is propane, one is 110, and one is battery. Okay. Excuse me. So what that means is you can run any of the three at any time. All right, so this is going to be your propane igniter here. Once it lights, you can move this little plate out of the way and you can see the flame going. All right, if you want to run on electric, use the green button. If you're going to run off the battery as you travel, run it off that battery, or if you're boondocking. Okay, my suggestion is make sure if you're going to go boondocking and you have no power, make sure the refrigerator is cooled down before you run it strictly on the battery. For the simple fact is, if it's warm, it'll probably kill your battery in about 6 hours. If it's cooled down and then you run the battery should last you a couple of days. Okay? All right. This is all your information on the coach, and of course, the furnace outlet. Okay? That's going to have some heat coming out if you have the furnace. So don't block that with any trees or bushes. You want to cause any fires. All right? All right, they do make bug screens for that to keep the bugs and rodents out if you choose to go that route. All right. On the front, your propane tank will be there, and of course, if you get the convenience pack, you'll have a battery. All right. You do have a crank jack. We can upgrade that if you choose to a power tongue jack. Just call me or email me and let me know. We can add that before you take possession. That way, you don't have to crank it up or down, and of course, you'll have more travel for to mount it on your vehicle a lot easier with a power tongue jack. Your crank is in. That's how you crank it up and down. Super easy. Up one way, down the other way. Pretty self-explanatory there. All right, door side. This door comes out. Pull it right straight out. Okay, pull them right out and you can store it in the rear. I'll show you that real quick. Up underneath the rear bunk here, you have these little hinges. Slide it in there, and of course there's a black strap. You can just snap it into place and you can store it here while you have the other door down. All right, back to the door here. All right, you have a 110 plug for anything. Once you're plugged into power, you have 110 here, and of course you do have the night light. All right, fire extinguisher by the door. They put it by the door to extinguish your shorts as you run out, because insurance will pay for everything else. All right, inside, like I said, a lot of things still have to be done, but I just want to go over things with you. All right, smoke detector, lights, okay? They're just push button lights, of course. All right, you do have these lights as well, okay? It's a fan and light. You can plug them in, the 12-volt plugs here, strap them to the arms, and of course you have fan and light in each room. And we do have storage here underneath, and of course you do have radio prep, 110 outlet, and of course the cable portion. Okay, so if you plug in out there, that's where it's going to come in. Your furnace box, or sorry, apologize, your fuse box is right here. All right, you got fuses on the right and you got your 30 amp switches on the left. All right, pretty simple, pretty easy. Just carry a couple extra 15 amp fuses if anything blows. All right, might get down here. Underneath you got a 110 plug, which you really can't see. All right, this does fold down to a bed if you choose to use it as a bed. If not, you can use it for anything else. Nice thing about when you open it up and set it up, if you don't use it for a bed, you can sit down and have a snack anytime you choose, breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Pretty simple. You do have a vent over the ceiling. It's crank, so you just turn the knob and it opens up. Your door is stowed up on top. I really can't show you how to use it, but I will explain how to use it because I can't really hold the phone. You're going to unhook this guy, turn them sideways. You're going to pick the door upward. You're going to unsnap your snaps that hold it in place. It has cables to hold it. You're just going to swing it down. After you remove this door, you're going to sit it in the same frame as that one. Okay, on the outside frame and that little rail. And of course, Velcro the sides, snap in the top with the clips here. And of course, you have a door. Once you get in place, these guys will turn and sit on the hinge part here, and that holds it in place as you use the door. All right, you got your furnace thermostat right there. Just turn it on and off. Super easy. Up inside here, you have a switch on and off. Underneath, you have the temperature rail. Okay, just turn it up or down to your designated temperature. This here is your LP detector. Make sure the green light's on every time that you camp, for the simple fact if it's not green, means it's not working. And of course, if you acquire a gas leak in your travels, it will not alert you. And of course, that ends in bad news. We don't like bad news when we're camping, correct? Correct. All right, refrigerator. I already showed you how that works on the outside. That is your furnace. That you don't want to block that with any pillows, because of course that's where it's going to come out. Removable grill. Either you can sit it in the little holes underneath, okay, keep it in here, or it does strap to the outside with the rail here. Comes with the propane line on it. Okay, that's going to feed off the front propane tanks, and of course your sink. All right, this does fold down. I'll give you a quick demonstration. Okay, you only have one spigot. Okay, so you have only cold in here. There's no water heater. If you're going to use your grill, you're going to plug it in here to use it inside. All right, we're going to flop that back up. And of course, what else do we have? Another 110 outlet on the door side, and of course, a bunch of goodies down there. All right, what do we have in the box? All your paperwork. This is all your manuals. Okay, all your manuals will be in there. Tire cover, propane cover, and of course some other odds and ends that they'll put on during the prep portion. Okay, in the prep portion, I'll show you the paperwork. Of course, it's not filled out because it hasn't not been done yet. We do it on pre-owned, which because we don't trust the people who owned it prior to you, and of course new, we don't trust the factory. They're going to check the LP system, 12-volt electrical, and the water. Check things on the interior, the exterior, and of course you're going to have a complete set of keys and paperwork. All right, now the other items that I like to go over is these. All right, this is the Ceramic Plus package. You can get the interior, exterior if you choose to. Okay, you can call finance or me and we can go over that with you. What that means is the exterior, they want you to wax this twice a year to keep the finish the way it is today. A lot of little ripples on the paint, on the material on the outside, so it's kind of hard to get all the wax out. So the exterior is really nice because they spray it on, let it sit for a half hour, and then they squeegee it off and then rinse it off. Okay, that means you don't have to wax it, and it keeps the finish the way it is today. If any decals fade, peel, or crack, they will replace them free of charge. They're deductible. All right, the exterior covers you for these items right here. Okay, super easy. The interior is basically the same. We're going to spray fabric protection throughout the coach. So your curtains, your blinds, your dinette, your cushions, things like that. Okay. It's going to reduce mold and mildew, dyes, bleaches, crayons, and food stains. If that happens, if they don't come out, they replace it free of charge. Okay. So you are protected for 5 years. If you have any more questions, feel free to contact me. Other than that, that is it. A few more things on the outside I want to go over real quick before I shut the video off. All right, as you can see how the rails are in place. Okay, kind of hard to put it up and down by myself, but your rails just go in place such like that. And of course you have Velcro that holds them down on the sides. All right, that's the same as the rear, same design. Okay, as you can see how the rear is, it just goes in the rear bumper. Okay, same design as the front, kind of, basically. All right, well, on behalf of TerryTown RV and myself, we want to say congratulations on the purchase of your new Jayco pop-up. We hope you enjoy it for years to come, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact me. Okay, well, it's been a pleasure, and I want to take the time to say thank you for watching my video, and you have a wonderful day.